Comparative analysis. Now, in a bullish market like Dubai, where do you invest in a one-bedroom property? There are so many interesting options now. So in this video, we're going to compare Miras versus Emaar versus Ellington. Now, how do you compare these top-tier developers? I have four very important factors to compare. Apart from location, now we all understand real estate is location. But there's more to location, because these top-tier developers, of course, they have fantastic locations. They're not going to go to... Okay, so number one, demand and supply. Very important factor to analyze your investment. Number two, ROE, that's a return on equity. How much funds have you allocated towards your investment before you get your property? ROI. Now, ROI, will be discussing options of not just long-term rental, but also Airbnb, which is highly trending right now. It's probably the best mechanism to improve your ROI. PSF, per square foot rate. It's also very critical to understand this to analyze your appreciation. Now let's get into the facts. So Miras, we have Erin at City Walk versus Ellington. We're going to compare Upper House in JLT. And in Creek Harbour, we have two projects, Cove and Creek Edge. I'm going to talk more about Cove because Creek Edge is sold out. So we're going to compare these three projects today. Demand and supply, why it's extremely critical. I had an investor recently contact me and saying, okay, I bought these 3 apartments in with this particular developer. I'm like, okay. He's like, how much appreciation can I get? I'm like, sir, do you know that they have just recently launched about 5 projects in the same location? He's like, no, I'm not sure. Okay. I'm like, in just 1 year, let's say 2 years, there are about 2,000 apartments coming into of the same developer, same quality, same kind of one beds. What do you think the value of your property will go up to? And he was like, oh, okay. Similarly, there are some developers where the supply is so high. Like imagine in an area, I would say by 2026, there are 8,000 townhouses coming. What do you think the value of your townhouse would be? The supply is so high. Yes, there is demand. I'm not saying there's no demand in Dubai, but when you have an option of a community where there is a supply of probably 150 townhouses, the exclusivity, the demand, the pricing stays stable. This is why Emaar has retained its #1 spot as a market leader. Any community of Emaar, if you compare, from the initial ones, the top initial ones, Emirates Hills, Arabian Ranches, till date, not just has the price increased, whether the market goes up or the market goes down, it has not affected the prices of Emaar. So let's stick to subject, demand and supply. So Ellington, Upper House, perfect demand supply ratio. It's not many properties. We've got about 200 to 300 apartments coming to the market, and Ellington has the power and quality to achieve that, so it's fine. Similarly with Erin and City Walk. In City Walk, the problem is Miras, the whole community is developed, right? So you don't have much of advantage in terms of demand and supply. It doesn't remain a very exclusive project. If anything, the launch price is 1.58 million for a one bed, which is around 775 to 800 square foot. Now, the previous launches, I mean, let's say the initial launches where the properties are on top demand right now, the one beds were around 1,283 square foot. Those are really nice sizes. The price is around 2.3 million. Now, as time passes, the size of the apartment goes down. So, since the supply is high, there is a good supply of properties in City Walk. You may not have the best advantage in terms of appreciation, but you have a brilliant property at a brilliant location at a good PSF. So that's why you have to understand these 4. Location is fine. All 3 locations are great. What are we analyzing? Demand and supply, ROE, ROI, PSF. Now PSF, per square foot rate of all 3 properties are similar. We're looking at an analysis between 2,000 to 2,200 dirham per square foot, which is fine. which is undervalued according to me, because in top tier areas the prices have touched 3,500 to 4,000 dirham per square foot. So if you're investing in a tier 1 developer between 2,000 and 2,200 dirham per square foot, it's good. In my upcoming video we'll have a risk analysis. In my next video we'll have risk analysis, and we'll have tier 1 developers. How can I invest in a lower PSF? But again, sticking to topic, in City Walk you're not going to achieve a lot of appreciation unless the prices go up to 3,500. That's a tough call to take. I'm just based on how do you analyze stocks? It's based on history. So based on the historical performance, I don't see much of appreciation. I see the best ROI, because for an Airbnb, if you analyze, if you Google the market rentals, the highest performing area as of now, I would rate in terms of ROI, City Walk would be the highest. Creek Harbour. Now, Creek Harbour is divided into 3 sections. I've mentioned this in several videos. There's an island, there's Creek Beach, there's the downtown area of Creek Harbour. So the supply is limited. Cove, low-rise buildings on the water, full Burj Khalifa view. It's an exclusive premium location. As of now, so in terms of demand and supply is less, demand is decent, because not many people know about Creek Harbour right now. It's not located on the lifeline of Dubai, which is Sheikh Zayed Road, no. But Dubai Creek Harbour is an 8 to 10 year project. You will have to sit down with me, understand the advantages of Dubai Creek Harbour and how much time will it evolve and how much appreciation you would get. So demand supply ratio, fantastic. ROE, you will get good ROE, because as we progress, just today's date is 21st Jan 2023. So as of today, I'll tell you the next immediate factors that are going to hit Dubai Creek Harbour. Address Grand is going to launch. Whenever an address hits in any location, the value automatically rises. The metro stations are going to hit. The island, it's going to be surrounded 360 degrees of water. It's going to be one of those first successful islands post, of course, the Palm. So you can imagine the sort of appreciation the area will receive, but it's not short term, it's a long term investment. So in terms of ROI, City Walk may have slight advantage towards Creek Harbour, but in terms of ROE, Creek Harbour will be slightly higher. So how do you analyze? Who are you as an investor? Which product would you like to invest in? Ellington is just a game changer. They have changed the game in any area they have ventured into. I really have a lot of respect towards Ellington, because they have earned respect over the years, because they have developed premium properties and they've never reduced on quality, and they've earned that name. You may hear negative stories about multiple developers in Dubai, but Ellington has gained so much of reputation. I have had no investor who was this satisfied with their investment. They always say, oh, my property in JVC, oh, it's with Ellington. The second it gets vacant, it gets rented out like maximum 4 days, maximum. That's their worst case scenario. And in terms of Airbnb, if you check a Belgravia till date, top, highest rental value, a 1 bedroom goes between 9,000 to 12,000 dirhams a month. So JLT is not as great as big tough competition. There's Dubai Marina, there's JBR, there's Blue Water Island. So in compared to those giants, JLT is more like a family area. It is not number 1 on Airbnb, but can Ellington change the game in JLT? So these are the ways in which this is called a comparative analysis. Each investor has a different strategy, a different approach, a different cash flow, a different concept on leverage. For this, we always would have to sit down together and understand what your requirement is, based on which we'll custom design an investment plan for you. But these are the ways in which you can approach an investment. It's a bullish market. There are multiple developers. A kick in for this. For example, there's Danube, right? Danube is coming with an Aston Martin launch in JLT. What do you think it's going to perform? How do you compare that? You compare it with probably Bingati did an association with Jacob & Co. How did that perform? These are the factors you incorporate into your investment decision. I think the video may be a little confusing, but it has given you some direction in which you can analyze an investment, because an investment is a complicated choice. Complex questions, complex numbers, we will have to sit down. So what I normally do is I make these Excel sheets with these factors incorporated. I give numbers to those Excel sheets, and then we are clear. What is your goal? What is your intention towards the investment? We have to analyze this way. It's probably, real estate investment is one of the biggest decisions of your life. It's a game changer. I've had cases where people have invested 1.3 million in Sun and sold it at 2 million, made 700,000 on an investment of just 80%. 1.3 million. Imagine you invest 1.3, 80% of 1.3, sorry. That's almost 100% ROI. How do you achieve such numbers? It's by very careful assessment. At which stage are you entering the investment? These factors that I've mentioned: demand and supply, ROI, ROE, PSF. Thank you for watching. This was a comparative analysis for one bedrooms in Dubai. There are two upcoming videos that I would mention right now. One will be a comparative analysis for townhouses, and one is risk analysis. Like if you're investing with a tier 2 developer into tier 2 areas. Today we were comparing JLT versus City Walk, which is equivalent to downtown, and Dubai Creek Harbour. These are top areas. But what if you invest into tier 2 areas? JVC, Studio City, Arjan. What is your risk? What are the potential factors I should incorporate then? So that'll be my next video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, do like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Mohammed Zahid.